All right, man. Torture Talk After Hours. You know what it is, man. So we're going to get into this, man. Joe Rogan believes that Kanye West's life is in danger. So let's get it. Let's get it. All right, man. So let's get it. This comes courtesy of Flacco. You already know what it is. Make sure you hit that Cash App up if you want to donate to the channel. But let's get it.
Joe Rogan has reasons to believe that Kanye West may be in danger, and he explains why on his most recent episode. He touched on his concern for Kanye's safety when discussing Kanye West's new record that was banned from almost all platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, you name it. When he was discussing that record with Tom Segura.
Speaking of the Jews, have you seen Kanye's new song?
Bro. What is...
What?
Here's the thing.
What?
My
First of all, kind of catchy.
Well, that's the problem with it. That's the problem. Is like the guy from production, like he's never lost a step. He can make a beat. He can he's so talented.
He's a genius.
He's a talented producer, man. I do think it's like when first of all, I think people are kind of done asking him questions because most of it he puts out is like self-released kind of commentary or thoughts. Because he's saying just, you know,
this is the craziest thing I've ever seen.
But there is a thing.
Yeah, I don't know if any of y'all heard this song. Now, there's freedom of speech, there's hate speech, there's love speech, there's whatever you want to call it. But this here, that song there, he's pushing it to the limit. When I tell you, he's really taking high advantage of the freedom of speech. And people are blocking the song and not letting the song be played on their platform because it's centered around hate. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't listen to Kanye no more, not because of that song, just because he just do too much and it's not about the music anymore, in my opinion. I think he just want to be noticed and want to be seen, but it's not working. So he's doing whatever he has to do to get to wherever he need to be. But it just ain't working, in my opinion. But yeah, let's keep it going.
That song is like, what are you doing, dude? Like, what are you doing for real?
It's the ultimate pushing back.
Yeah, I guess. But there is like I think I have a pretty, you know, let things go kind of vibe to me. Right?
Obviously.
And I've always been like, yeah, say whatever you're going to say. But I do think like making a catchy song about that, I'm like, what are you doing, man? Like you're just getting, at a minimum, you're just going to get more people that think it's cool to say Heil Hitler. Like that's at the minimum.
Well, I think that's part of the program. I think it's part of what he's trying to do.
Joe Rogan had a pretty nuanced take on the Kanye West situation.
I mean, I understand exactly what Joe Rogan is saying. I mean, that's just the facts of what this is. But at the same time, he's not saying whether it's good or bad. He's just saying it's just what's going to happen. But I think that you're just putting yourself in a very bad situation because what happens now because you're always going to need somebody. Whether it's, I don't know, whether it's somebody you don't like, whether it's somebody you like. But I just don't think that you should be putting yourself in that situation where you basically creating enemies. And that song definitely is creating enemies. I just don't see how he could embrace something like that. But let's keep it going.
Because he didn't absolutely condemn Kanye West, platforms like the Majority Report will create videos and clips such as Joe Rogan ironically glazes Kanye's blank song. That's because when it comes to Kanye West show, he's so polarizing. It's kind of like Trump in like 2016. Trump was so polarizing then that even having commentary on Trump that was anything other than I don't like this dude, I hate him. If you even had a neutral take on Trump, bruh, you were seen as the worst of the worst, like an absolute deplorable. The Trump effect is the same thing that applies.
I never understood that. I don't listen. Let me explain something to you. I don't care what people think about me. I do what I want. You know what I'm saying? I think that a lot of times people get caught up in this whole thing where they want to bully, like cyber bully you into not liking something or apologizing. And then when you listen, you say something, stand on it. Don't apologize. Because once you apologize, then nigga, you looked at it as weak, and everybody gonna say, oh, this guy, look at him. He's a sucker. He apologized. No. But I ain't saying exactly what he's saying. But Joe Rogan, like, oh, people want to clip Joe Rogan because you mention Joe Rogan name in something, you're gonna get some views. Especially Joe Rogan and Kanye, you're gonna get some views. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep it going.
That's the Kanye West in 2025. If you have a nuanced take, if you think Kanye West is a musical genius, or you say something that can't really be disputed, like Kanye West is really good at making music, you get labeled a deplorable and you get labeled as somebody who co-signs all the bad things about Kanye West. I don't think that applies here. I think Joe Rogan really believes the song is catchy and he understands what Kanye West is doing. I don't condone Kanye West making that song. I don't think the song is a great song, and I don't feel like the song is helpful. But Kanye West's reason for making that song is pretty simple to understand, to be honest, bro. Kanye West has been criticizing a specific group of people for profiting and monetizing Black pain, for deliberately pushing and putting a lot of dollars in music that glorifies Black genocide. Kanye West is saying, how do it feel if I make music that glorifies the genocide of y'all? That's it. Now, I'm not co-signing.
I understand exactly what you're saying. I think that's very, very well put. What he just said, how he just said it. But at the same time, I do understand what Kanye's saying, but I think this is a little more deliberate and straight to the point. And also, too, these people are not actually making people rap like that. You know what I'm saying? They persuade you with the money and they give you the money, but they're not making people rap like that. If we're gonna say it, let's be honest, we are participating in this. It's not like they're making people rap that way. People wanted to rap a certain way, they can actually change how they rap and things will change because the record label, the record industry has to go off of what you scribe. If you rapping about shooting, killing guns, blah, 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 what you think is going to happen? If that's making money for them. I'm not giving the record labels a way out here, bailing them out. I'm just saying, I understand exactly what he's saying, but looking at it from Kanye's point of view, it's a little bit different from what the record labels are doing. Saying, oh, the record labels are promoting genocide of Black and brown people. But who's making the music? You know what I'm saying? We got to look at it from that point of view. Now, Kanye West is literally talking about something that happened that is out of people's control, that they can't control what happened in the past. He's literally bringing that up. That's like a white dude rapping about slavery, talking about, ha, 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 y'all was hung, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's just not the same to me.
That I don't think is okay. I don't think is good. I don't feel like nobody should be profiting from music pushing genocide of any people. Joe will pose a question to Tom Segura that's been on a lot of people's mind because I've seen a few think pieces about this on social media. And that is, hold on, how come there are songs that are allowed on DSPs that are glorifying, monetizing, and exploiting other people's traumas? However, it seems as if there's only one group whose trauma cannot be exploited. And if that's the case, if only one people's trauma can be exploited or monetized on these platforms, then that feeds into everything Kanye West is saying. And no, I don't think the solution to this and the remedy for this is to then start taking down songs that exploit or monetize other demographics. Because think about it, bro. Do we really want them to start taking down songs that monetize from Black trauma? Bro, all of our rappers will start putting fries in the bag, bro. Future, fries in the bag. Lil Baby, fries in the bag. Lil Durk, fries in the bag. Almost 70% of the rappers right now, their entire catalog will be off DSPs. Do we really want that? Probably not, right? So what we're saying sounds great in theory, but we really don't want that. What we want is essentially...
And that's my point. We can't be mad at the record labels when we condone it. We're the ones that allow it. Can't be mad at the record labels for that. This is what we do. If we said, nah, we ain't gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do this and change the way it is presented, be something different. So I understand what he's saying. He's making some great points.
Hey, bruh, free speech, DSPs, y'all don't ever step in. Don't step in now. Let the people regulate it. Because, the people will regulate the malarkey.
It is crazy. But it's also kind of a sign of the times.
I guess. Yeah.
This is a chaotic world we're living in.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, this kind of highlights the benefits. I mean, I want to say this like carefully because I don't want to think I want to say real clearly. I don't support people saying that. I don't think it's a good thing to say.
No.
I don't say it. I certainly don't think any racism is good. I don't think anti-Semitism is good. I don't think anti-Christianity is good. I don't think Asian hate is good. I don't think anything is good. But there's a benefit to just letting people talk. Like, let people say whatever the fuck they want to say, even if it sucks. This is the benefit of Twitter. But this is also the bad part. It's like the fucking song has so many millions of hits on Twitter. It's been banned from every platform.
Yeah.
But is it good to ban things from platforms, or is it better to let it be out there and let people talk about it? Because if you ban it, then people want to hear it more.
That's true.
And then it becomes more popular, and then it kind of supports what he says, which is that there's this concerted effort, if you talk about Jewish people, that they're going to remove you from everything, remove you from banking, which is what he's saying. They run everything. Mm-hmm. So if they didn't, like if it was just you were talking about Puerto Ricans, look what happened to Tony. Nothing.
Yeah.
He's doing great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if there's certain people that you're allowed to pick on.
A few people pointed this out, but there's a couple of songs on Spotify right now where songs calling black folks the hard ER. One song in particular is pretty popular with a certain demographic. Those songs aren't banned from Spotify. Those songs are allowed to still be up on Apple Music and other platforms.
I didn't know that. I did not know that. I didn't know that there were songs that was calling people that. What's the name of that song? They didn't know that. I need to look that up. I don't know if that's actually true. If there is someone actually calling somebody a nigger, saying calling them a nigger in a song, like bunch of niggers. Yeah, I need to hear that.
Platforms. However, the Kanye song got banned, and that's what a lot of people is talking about. When you start over-regulating and when you start having rules and regulations, well, you put people in control of that. And when you put people in control of everything, it's going to be flawed because humans are flawed and biases are going to creep in. And if the people that are being criticized and marginalized don't look like you, then you don't care. Which is why songs calling black folks the hard ER, those songs are still up. Songs probably going against Hispanics are probably still up. Songs probably going against white folks are still up. But songs going against a certain group, hey, bro, that's where the line gets drawn. You feel me? And that's where I believe the flaws come in. Because all that does is just reinforce Kanye West's point. That's all that does, bro. And no, my solution isn't, again, take down the songs that's calling black folks the hard ER. No, because, again, once people are in control of certain things, it's always going to be flawed and biases is going to happen. The people will ultimately regulate the system and the environment. I was on a podcast recently. Someone asked me, hey, Flacco, do you believe that white folks should be able to speak on hip hop? Don't you think it's detrimental to the culture if this content is made and this content is made and Trevor Ross do King Von and you do this and act them? I say, listen, bro, the audience will regulate the culture themselves. Eventually, when people believe that certain content is becoming too harmful than useful, they will stop watching. And once they stop watching, people will then cater their content and how they maneuver in this industry to the audience. The audience will regulate what goes on. But it's hard for you to say, this is harmful, or this should not be allowed, when there's an audience that appreciate it, when there's an audience of people who watch these people content and enjoy it. So who are you to...
That's 100% facts. That's a fact. That's a fact. Audience will regulate it. I'm making a great point. Let's go.
Say the content that you watch is better than the content that they watch. No, eventually the culture will regulate what should happen and what shouldn't happen, right? And that's where I believe this is at. But then the conversation takes a dark turn. And it takes a dark turn because this is where most of these conversations ends up. And these conversations wouldn't end up at this point if there weren't examples of what Joe Rogan is about to say.
And make jokes about or mock or say something, and you can get away with it.
Yeah. Well, I think he's made his point. I think we all get it now.
It's never going to end.
Yeah.
But how does it end? This is the question. When I was watching that song, first of all, I was by myself. When I first saw the song, I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
Like, no way.
Yeah. No.
It's like, no way. No way. And I'm watching on my phone. I'm like, yo. And then my first thought was, how does this end? Because this ends. This is going to end. There's going to come a time where they're going to realize, like, this is a problem.
Yeah.
So how does it end? Does it end in assassination? Does it end in
There's definitely people that want to kill him.
financial ruin?
Yeah.
That's not good PR to me. And Tom Segura is part of that demographic as well. So Tom Segura is saying, yo, there are some people who want to take him out. To me, that's not good PR. And that just goes against fundamentally everything as Americans that we believe in. As Americans, we don't believe that somebody should be murdered over their opinions. We don't believe somebody should be murdered over speech, even though this history do have a history of murdering activists over their speech, a la MLK, a la Malcolm, right? So the history of this country says otherwise, but the fundamental belief that we're told was free speech exists and people shouldn't be harmed over free speech. But the way they're talking, bro, it don't look like Kanye West ain't gonna go unharmed, right? Kanye West has been pretty vocal about being targeted whenever he expressed certain opinions. And this is not something that's gone without any proof, right? Like, we've seen text messages between Kanye West and some dude called Harley Pascanot. He's a personal trainer who apparently deals with diet and getting people in shape. But when he's seen Kanye West's Twitter rant, he texts Kanye West, hey, I'm going to get you institutionalized and visits with your kids won't feel the same no more. And these are messages that weren't doctored, these were real messages that Harley sent Kanye West. I'm asking you, how do a personal trainer got that much pull to where he'll be able to institutionalize Kanye West? How can anyone institutionalize anyone over opinions and statements? So Kanye West has spoken about how he feels like his life has been in danger. He feels like he's been public enemy number one. He feels like he's being targeted. And from what we've watched, Kanye West recently was supposed to do an interview with academics. Kanye West told Ack, hey, listen, bro, we got to do the interview like today at like 9 a.m., like right now, because I got to go to Japan because I feel like my life is in danger. Kanye West is currently in Spain right now because he feels like he's going to get killed over his opinions. He feels like he's going to get killed over his Twitter rant. He feels like people are coming for him because he's too influential and he's saying things that they don't like. So this is not so when I hear Joe Rogan and Tom Segura confirming, people want to get Kanye West, this is not shocking to me, not the least, because Kanye West has spoken about this. But because Kanye West can be, frantic, can be a little bit loony, a little bit unhinged, when he says certain things, they sort of go, like, it goes in one ear and out the other, and it really don't get, like, noticed. But Kanye, bro, I think he's in danger. I don't feel like Kanye West right now is living a life without paranoia, is living a life with... No, Kanye West is in grave danger right now. But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, okay?
Yeah, I agree. I definitely think when you put yourself out there like that and you talk like the way he talk, yeah, people gonna come for you. And there's a lot of people out here that they ain't trying to hear that. But to his point, why you banning me when people get to say whatever they want? I told y'all, man, what's coming is they're gonna change the way hip hop music is dispensed or delivered, because they're gonna take people all these words and people serious. They start using these things in court. So who knows? But thank y'all for joining me. I'll see y'all on the next one, man. Told you talk after hours. You know what it is. See y'all. Peace.